Hello, wonderful students. Dr. Denise M. Robinson here to go over our abacus lesson for the day. Okay, so we've got our left hand holding down the abacus and our right hand is in our first column. Of course, I want you to just count that counting bar. Let's just go in and feel the first dot. Yep, that's ones. Let's go to the next dot. Yep, that's tens. We might make it to tens. We might make it even further. Go back to ones. Okay, now remember, our thumb pushes the beads up and our pointer finger pushes the beads down. Okay, let's start counting our ones. We go to the top of our bead on our bottom column and let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, you should have moved 4 beads up. Now let's count using our pointer. And we're going to start with that top bead. 1, go down 2, go down 3, go down 4. Beautiful. Okay, we know that 5 comes after, so just move your finger up to the top of that row and move those 4 beads down and take your finger above your counting bar, move it up to your 5 bead and move that 5 down. That 5 is sitting on the counting bar, and we know if those beads are touching that counting bar, we include that in our math problem. I think I'm just going to leave my pointer finger on that 5, and then I'm going to continue to count my beads. So my thumb is below that counting bar, and I'm going to start moving my 1 beads up and counting. So I'm going to say 5 first as my pointer finger touches that 5 bead, and I'm going to start moving my beads up and counting more. Ready? Let's move the first bead up and say 6. Let's move the next one up and say 7. Let's move the next one up and say 8. Let's move the next one up and say 9. Now let's confirm that. Okay, my pointer is going to touch number 5 and say 5. Now it's going to move below that counting bar. Oh, yep, I feel that little dot on the counting bar. I know I'm in my ones. Now let's continue to count. 6, 7, 8, 9. Absolutely, that's 9. Okay, so I'm going to clear my 4, so I move my pointer up to my 4 beads. I push them all the way down. They're no longer touching my counting bar. And then I move my thumb up and I push my 5 bead up. Okay, I am done with my ones. Now I'm going to move over to my tens. So I'm going to take my pointer and I'm going to count again. The first one, ones. Move it over. Oh, there's my tens. So I move my finger down. Okay, and of course our thumb moves beads up. So I'm just going to put my pointer right above that counting bar to hold my finger in place. Let's count tens. Let's move up the first bead. 10. Yep. Let's move up the next bead. 20. Let's move up the next bead. 30. Let's move up the next bead. 40. Okay, now, well, my pointer is already above the counting bar. I'm just going to move it down and count. 10, 20, 30, 40. I certainly do have 4 beads, and each bead stands for 10, and I have 40 there. Okay, that was pretty cool. So I'm going to take my pointer, I'm going to clear all 40 of those. So I'm just going to move 1 bead up and say 10. So with my thumb, I'm pushing that 10 bead up and I say 10. Now I'm going to go back to my ones column. So of course I take my pointer along my counting bar. Oh, my first dot, there's the ones. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to add to 10 now. Once again, I'm going to touch my 10, say 10. And now I'm going to position my pointer above the counting bar so that my thumb moves up the beads. Here we go. 11, 12, keep moving them up. 13, move that last one up. 14, let's confirm that. So take your pointer and touch your 10. Now go over to your ones. 11, 12, 13, 14. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to move my pointer up and I'm going to clear those 4 by pushing them all back down. I'm going to use my pointer, go above my counting bar, going to move it up to the 5 and move that 5 bead down. let's confirm that. So I'm going to go over to my tens, and you can use that counting bar. 5 tens. Oh, yep, that 10's all by itself. 10, and then I'm going to move over to my ones and say 15. Let's keep counting. So I've got my thumb all ready to go. So I'm just going to leave my pointer right on top of that 5. And I'm going to count 16. Keep moving those beads up. 17. Move the next one up. 18. Move the last one up. 19. And let's just confirm that. Go over to your tens and touch that 10 bead. Go back up and touch that 5 bead and say 15. Now let's count your ones. 16, 17, 18, 19. Fantastic. And of course, to clear all our beads, we're going to go up to the 4, take our pointer, move them all down. Go up to that 5 bead, take my thumb and push it up. And go over to my 10 with my pointer and push that down and clear my board. Okay, try that. And then we'll keep progressing on. See you guys later. Have fun.